Hi, this is Andrew with Front Range CNC. Today we're taking a quick look at how we handle dust collection at the machine. This is important in this exact setup because this machine has got a automatic tool change spindle and a drill bank. One thing you might notice is we've got two separate lines for dust. And it may seem at first glance that we're losing suction having two lines open all the time, but actually the way it works on our machines is we've got baffles at the top that are going to open and close so that you are only using suction where you're actually operating. The reason why we do that as well is because we can actually manually push the dust hood for the spindle and the dust hood for the drill bank at different times. And so we can simply have the dust hood for the spindle down, which will open, and put all of the suction dedicated right here. And if we like, we can also put down just the dust hood for the drill bank. And the advantage to that as well is that because these are not merged, we're able to keep dust and particulates from getting into the spindle taper, and we're able to just keep all of that clean and separate. One thing you'd have to consider if you were getting a machine that did have one single unit is if you did have a T0 operation, which is just a fancy way of saying get no tool and start drilling. You see this as common out there, but if you had one single housing, if that dust is sucking up and the spindle has nothing in the tool while it's drilling, there's a tendency for dust to get into the actual spindle housing. One thing that's been changed is now there's more and more companies that have got spindles that are blowing air through, not to keep the spindle cool, but to actually keep that spindle taper clean. So there's different solutions to this, but we do it and we like it best if it's separate like this. The other thing I'll point out is because we have all of the dust coming at one central port location, and this could either be done from the ceiling or we can use this arm that we've got extra if you wanted a dust collector on the bottom. But what's unique is that at the back here, we've got a third piece, a third valve, if you will, that also lines up, and that is connected to this arm under here. And the arm underneath will actually sweep and clean your spoil board clean. So that would mean that you can normally get the entire table unloaded and cleaned in about a minute to a minute and a half, which is more sheets you can run. Because the faster you get sheet number 2, the faster you can start pressing go and cutting. So we think our dust collection setup is really well. It works really good, and you're able to use one central dust collector to do quite a bit of different things simply because we're really dedicating and pointing that collection where you need it the most.